2, 1, and done.
Whew.
Yeah, boy.
Does that look cool?
I hope it looks cool.
Yeah, I hope it look cool. It's a lot of work. Hey, what's going on, guys? I'm Alex. Some of you guys might know me as Arekkz from the Arekkz Gaming YouTube channel or from video games. And we're back with episode number 5 of the Witcher workout, the final episode of the workout itself. This is not the final episode. Don't forget, we still have the Witcher test, which I have to go through to find out if all this training has been enough to get me like a Witcher. If you guys have missed any of the episodes, the idea behind this series is to take Geralt, take Ciri, to take what it means to be a Witcher and turn that into an actionable workout program. So today is the final lower day deadlifts, my favorite day. You get to pick up some heavy stuff and put it back down. If you've missed any of the episodes so far, check the link in the description box down below. You can check it out. Every single episode is a different day of the plan. And when we wrap it up in next week's episode, we'll have a full PDF for you guys if you want to follow along with this as a genuine workout. Anyway, with that being said, lower days ahead of us, so let's get working. Wow!
This is probably the biggest workout that is most relevant to the character of Geralt, or any Witcher that may be, just through the sheer power and explosive movements that we've kind of gone through today. But then straight into the strength section where we looked at our deadlifts. Like I say, for a single movement is the most you can get out of a single movement for strength, activating pretty much every muscle in your body in that moment. Followed up by the clean to press, which again is just a doubled up version of that with your deadlift, but then you add an extra 2 movements, so really making you as powerful as possible. Into our functional section, my favorite functional section out of all the programs, because we're working on time and just really forcing that body to fatigue. And the motions with the slam ball, kettlebell and the Tyre, really functional stuff. Push and throw in as the character would with most objects throughout all the series. And then with a nice little cardio blast at the end, intervals on the rowing machine for that full body workout to finish with. So, to get warmed up today, we've got our suspension trainer. We're gonna get a little bit dynamic. So, the first movement is gonna be a rear delt row. So the aim of this is elbows nice and high, squeezing all the way up and through, full extension all the way back while maintaining a nice straight posture, engaged core, and just squeezing all the way up, keeping those elbows nice and high, really activating those rear delts and that upper back. For this second part of our warm-up, what we're gonna be looking at is a little more movement now. So full extension, single arm holding our suspension trainer. You're gonna squat down, nice straight posture, up, and then row in towards that chest. Back down, up, row in towards that chest. And we are in to our first exercise on the strength section. Biggest single movement in the gym you could get power from, I suppose. It is the deadlift, conventional deadlift, Alex's favorite. You want your shins to be, I like to touch, but if not, just an inch away. So keeping that bar as close to your body as possible. Legs a little bit wider than hip width, toes naturally facing forward. What you want to do is hands down either side of those legs, keeping everything tight and compact. And then at this point, you're sitting into it, drawing your chest up, shoulders back and down, taking the slack out the bar, and then you're just pulling up, locking out at the top, and then again, nice and safely, back down, maintaining nice straight posture, locked in posterior chain the whole time, up and squeezing those glutes at the top, and then just repeat. Onto a more complex part of the program, the clean and press. So if you haven't had initial Olympic lifting training, don't expect your form to be superb and perfect and catching it to be absolutely on point unless you've had that training. So I'm gonna run you through the 2 techniques. We covered the deadlift, which is the first section, and you're gonna get that up to your waist, and then from your waist, this is the important part, the clean. So an official clean will look like hang position to high pull to catch. But most people will just go from the hang position up, holding it in line with their shoulders, and then pressing to overhead. So back down. But if you do want to make it look a little bit neater, in that shoulder position, you're going to catch and then press all the way up. Back down, back down, back down.
Cool. That was tough. I like that movement, but it's just like, I think because I've spent such a long time hunched at desk playing games, that I find it quite hard to get my arms.
Yeah, you've got tight lats.
Yeah.
You can see in
so I need to
stretch, mobilize, practice the movement, dynamically practice it.
Become one with the bar.
Become one with the bar.
Yeah.
We are into our functional section. So these movement patterns are just going to create a lot more power, a lot more force. This is the slam ball. So what we're going to do, we're going to squat down, both hands on the ball, maintaining a nice straight posture as much as possible, chest upright, hands on the ball, standing up, bringing it up to our chest, up onto our tiptoes, and then following all the way through. So from tiptoes, following all the way through with our arms. So squat, up to chest, up above head, and then all the way through. Up to chest, tiptoes, all the way through. Staying with our functional, using our full body, trying to maximize the amount of power we can push for our full body in one motion. What we're gonna be looking at is a kettlebell thruster. So to start with, you're gonna need a kettlebell. You're gonna need to hold it in a rack position. So on the outside of our wrist, resting in line with our shoulder, on our bicep in the most comfortable position. You could be more upright, but I think for this, you're gonna wanna drop your elbow a little bit to make the drive a lot easier. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna squat, and then as we drive up, squeezing all the way through and allowing that momentum to follow through into our arm. Back down, squatting, and then all the way up and through. 3, 2, 1, and done. Nice. Yup.
Every time we film, I forget to turn my watch on. Say I'm doing a workout.
On to our third and final part of our functional bit. We're gonna chuck some tires, use that body again. So very similar to a lot of movements we've been doing today. It's kind of like a deadlift. What you're gonna do in that deadlift position, getting your fingers underneath the tire, nice straight posture, up, push, flip, make your way round with a bit more speed than I did, and then up, flip, back round, and then keep alternating for the time period. 3, 2, got one more in you, and woo. It's only right we finish with a cardio blast just to please Arekkz. So today we've got the rower instead. We're going to be going for 10 rounds of 40 seconds on and 20 seconds rest recovery. So just running you through the techniques on a rower machine. Many people may have many different techniques, but what you're going to want to do is lock your feet in, obviously. Make sure you're nice and stable on the chair. When grabbing onto the grip, you want full extension, so coming in as far as you can, and then as you row, full extension as long as you can, and then repeat all the way in, and then all the way back, and then start to use the momentum and keep that line going nice and straight, all the way in, all the way up. Nice long strokes will basically allow you to get more meters instead of you shortening your strokes, loads of little short, sharp ones. Nice and long full extension. Good. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and recover. 20 seconds recovery.
We're done.
Now we've got 2 more shots in you. Going in 15.
All right, so there we have it. That's a wrap on the workout, not the series. There is still one more episode to go, but if you guys have been following along, then up until this point, I of course have been, or Joe's been putting me through my paces, been training ideally like Geralt, like a Witcher. So all that's left now is the big test.
Big test. So yeah, last session, we're gonna be probably covering a good handful of the exercises that we've been through over the last 5 weeks and making sure that Arekkz has been doing it right. And we're just gonna basically test his maximum on some of those exercises just to see where he's at and if he can pass as a Witcher.
Hopefully I got strong, hopefully I got explosive, all that good stuff. Of course, if you guys have missed any of the episodes so far, you can find them all linked down below. And in next week's episode, now that the whole series will have wrapped up, we're gonna be giving a PDF out as well. So if you guys wanna do this workout, you know, now gyms are opening and stuff, you wanna follow along, you wanna be a Witcher, then stay tuned. You'll have everything you need to know. With the previous episodes, you'll have all the videos. With that, you'll have the workout, and you can all get strong. Let's do it.